Good morning. Welcome to Trust Life with Louise Hay. I know it's backwards. September 23rd, this is my brother's birthday today. So Victor, if you watch this, actually I'll send this to you for your birthday gift. Happy birthday, Victor. I love you. Victor and I are about 18 months apart. He's a little bit older than me, and he was my best friend growing up. I remember once we were out on a little hike together with a couple of other friends, and where we lived in Manitoba, it was pretty flat, and we were hiking south of town, and there was a hill there that we hiked over. But at the bottom of the hill, there was a sign that said, "Hill." My mother's laughing over in the corner. Do you remember that incident? Were you there?
That's why I'm laughing. No, but you told me as soon as you got home.
I laughed so hard because of the stupidity of this sign that says hill, and there's a hill. I guess because in Manitoba you have to label all the hills because there weren't any. I laughed so hard I peed my pants. This was the beginning of our hike. So I had to do the whole hike with wet pants. But there you go. Happy birthday, Victor. I hope you enjoy the memory of that. You might not remember that. That was a full body experience for me.
Yes,
it's etched in my memory. Obviously in my mother's too. She's just sitting right here. So we talked in my Qigong along with me just before this about how the science of understanding the meditation process and understanding the functions of the world, the water, the fire, the metal, the earth elements, all those elements, the movements, the breath, the thoughts, the emotions, how they're all interconnected in a science. And as we understand the science of it, we can invite healing into our bodies. It's very, very, very powerful. So, and I never read the Louise Hay stuff beforehand, and it's just amazing how this all works together and it's in such congruity, because today, September 23rd, Louise's title for this is, "As I Change My Thoughts, the World Around Me Changes." And I talked in the Qigong just a moment ago about how we invite healing into ourselves, and by our thoughts, we actually heal ourselves. Now that is a statement that for me is still difficult to say because I believe in a higher power that actually heals me. But my thoughts and my connection to that power is under refinement. And Master Lin always says, "I've healed myself." And to me, that was a disconnection from the higher power. But as I go deeper into the practice and the way he presents it, is not a disconnection at all. It is an empowerment from the universe to heal ourselves. It gives us the power that we rightfully is our birthright. Master Lin says there's a healer in every home, and that you were born a healer and I was born a healer. And so we are, by understanding, so we get the knowledge, and then we have the wisdom to use that knowledge. And then we have the choice to use the knowledge too. Do I choose to do that? So here, let's hear what Louise has to say. She says, "As I change my thoughts, the world around me changes." Now that's pretty powerful. It's pretty cool. Whatever the problem is, it comes from a thought pattern, and thought patterns can be changed. It may feel true. It may seem true. All these problems we're wrestling with and juggling in our lives. However, no matter how difficult an issue we are dealing with, it is only an outer result or the effect of an inner thought pattern. If you don't know what thoughts are creating your problems, you're in the right place now, because this book is designed to help you find out. Look at the problems in your life. Ask yourself, what kind of thoughts am I having that create this? If you allow yourself to sit quietly and ask this question, your inner intelligence will show you the answer. So, how you discover this is sometimes, and if you go back, there's a number of affirmations. How you discover this is when we say some affirmations, there's going to be little yeah buts that come in the background. Mm-hmm. And as I said, and as I read from Louise here, if you don't know what thoughts are creating your problems, you're in the right place now, because this book is designed to help you find out. So as I read that particular sentence, what comes up in the background? Oh yeah, that stupid book. Oh, that's a silly idea. Or whatever comes up in the background, there's the thoughts. There's the thoughts that are keeping us I was just telling Mom, because my mother is experiencing some macular degeneration and her eyesight is changing. And Louise talks about a client that she was working with who had some difficulty with her eyesight, and she wore prescription glasses. And as Louise was working with her, one day the client reported to Louise that she said, I put on my glasses one day and I couldn't see through them. And I thought, what the heck is going on? So she took off her glasses and she could see without the glasses now. And so she had created this healing in her eyes. And then the client continued to say, oh, I can't believe this. Wow, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe it. Notice what she's now saying to her mind. Oh, I can't believe this. This is impossible. And the miracle left. She went back to having to wear her glasses because her thoughts, those deep-rooted thoughts underneath, said, I can't believe it. And so when we say the words can't, and we say the words don't, and oh, that's not for me, and when I say the words, oh, I can't be a healer because then I'm taking away from God, that was my thought process. Whereas if from my perception of God, he wants me to know that I can heal myself. He says, like, I've given you this power. Use it. Enjoy it, relish it, revel in it. Because it isn't a power over anything else. It isn't a power that takes advantage of someone else. It's a power that heals and empowers. As Louise says also, one of the things, and this comes from other places, become more of who we already are. And that higher power wants us to know that we are a higher power ourselves. That as we access the science and the powers of the universe, we can release into who we already are. And our thoughts are the things that take us there. And one of the most important qualities that we have been given, and one of the most important qualities that we have here, is our ability to choose. Our ability to choose. And sometimes our world right now has got interesting thoughts around choice, doesn't it? But as we choose our thoughts and our emotions, and as we choose what we're going to project out into the world, what we're going to send out into the world, Louise says, send out love wherever we go. Bless everything that we go to. And so this is how we can change the world around us. I love telling stories because I have so many cool stories. So I have this story of some clients that I had. I was teaching them how to begin to learn to ride in the mountains. And to do that, I needed to be sure that they were safe here in an arena, in an enclosed space, and then that they're safe in a bigger space so that when I take them out into the mountains where there are no fences and there's lots of stimuli, that they can be sure that they understand how to energetically connect with their horses so that they can stay safe and change whatever might happen out in the mountains. And so we talked about this principle of heart breathing, where I would breathe out love to my horse, and I would envision love coming back to me on that horse's exhale. And so this becomes a cycle that we set up of breathing love to the horse, sending love to the horse, bringing love back, sending love to the horse, bringing love back. Sounds like a simple little child's game. It is a very simple little child's game, extremely powerful, as I learned this one day. So this one young client, she was about 13, she was to go and catch Rain. And Rain was getting a little bit of an opinion about what she thought about being caught by us humans, because we always put her to work when we'd catch her. So she was getting a little bit tricky to catch. She was expressing to us her reticence in coming in. Sometimes it would take me 20 minutes to catch Rain. I learned to come out with food and just reward her and just say, hey, Rain, let's come in together. But as we were walking to the pasture, there were 5 horses in this pasture, and Rain was to be going with this one client, Greta was to be going with this one client, and I was just coming out to help them out. As we were walking out to the pasture, I said to them, remember your heart breathing. We stepped into the pasture, which was quite big. If we had to chase those horses around, we'd have got our workout. We stepped into the pasture. We stepped in about 30 feet into the fence, and Rain walked directly to the person that was to catch her. Greta walked directly to the person that was to catch her, and the other 3 mares came to me. Our thoughts can change the world around us. And I just thought, wow, that is magnificent. Because our chi fields, our energetic fields, they connect, and we send out an energy and we connect with that same energy. So whatever energy we send out is the energy we're going to connect with and bring back in. So if we send out fear, we're going to find all kinds of things to be fearful of. If we feel our fear, maybe tap on it and go, I'm really scared right now. Even though I feel really scared right now, I love and accept myself fully and deeply. Even though I'm really terrified right now for whatever reason, or I'm really angry right now, I'm really this, I'm really that, feel it, tap on it. And as we tap on it, it releases and it balances. And always that affirmation, even though I am really terrified right now, it is okay to feel exactly how I feel, and I love myself. Even though this is really scaring me, this is making me angry, it's okay to feel exactly how I feel, and I love myself. So we're moving that energy out, we're feeling what we're feeling, we're releasing it, we're letting it go, and it might actually increase. As you start tapping, even though I really feel fearful right now, it might even go up. Because there's so much of it in there. And if it does go up, keep tapping. Just keep tapping. Even though it's getting even scarier. Even though it's getting even scarier, I love myself and I'm willing to sit with this energy. Even though it's terrifying me right now, I love myself and I'm willing to sit with this energy. And as it rises and it maybe falls, we might feel a specific pain in our body. Even though I have this pain, let's say it's in my shoulder, even though I have this pain in my shoulder right now, I receive this pain, I receive the messages that come in this pain. And I love myself, and I honor myself for receiving all of what's happening. And then as we start receiving those things, then we can start shifting our tapping a little bit to, even though I'm feeling so angry right now, for instance, I'm willing to learn how to let this go. Even though I'm feeling this, I'm willing to learn how to release this and to invite in something bigger. Even though I'm feeling this, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to grow. I'm willing to release. I'm willing to forgive. I'm willing to learn to forgive. I'm willing to pretend to forgive. I'm willing to be willing to learn to forgive. Back it up until you've got an organic space in the contracting emotions where you can say, okay, this is where I can actually start. I'm willing to be willing to learn. Okay, whatever that means, universe. And the universe will bring this to us because it's operating on our desires, the desires of our heart. If our desires are to the heal and our intention is to heal, and our intention is to spread that to other people as well and invite them into the joy and the healing that we find, then that's what we set in motion. I'll give you the title again. As I change my thoughts, and I can't change them until I know what they are, the world around me changes. Namaste. I love you. Thank you for practicing with me today. I'm right now through this month, I'm going to be working on my website on offering classes that you can download and just work on in your own time. I do offer a one-on-one time as well. I'm also going to be setting up both an EFT practice group and a Qigong practice group where you can come in by donation. You can come in by donation and we'll be live together on a Zoom call so that you can bring in the issues that you've got and the things that the places where we're stuck, and we can talk through them and sift through them and tap through them and meditate through them to release them and bring you into more joy and happiness. That joy and happiness that your birthright is, that we are all entitled to simply because we exist. Namaste. I love you. My website is roxywright.com. Drop over. Mm-hmm.